Well, a pretty astonishing achievement for Reform during the course of this general election campaign, that rather than having their support being squeezed, you've seen this party build up huge momentum throughout. And that despite, of course, the establishment throwing everything at it to try and stop Reform's momentum continuing to build. Nigel Farage saying that he'd been invited to appear on with Laura Kuenssberg on the BBC, that he's refusing until the BBC apologises for their dishonest question time audience. And he accused the state broadcaster there of behaving like a political actor throughout this election, saying Reform will be campaigning vigorously to abolish the licence fee, then pointing out that the BBC had not apologised, and subsequently appearing on Sky and GB News instead. So pretty punchy there from Nigel, and exactly the right approach as far as I'm concerned. You've also then seen really a massive, remarkable event being held at the Birmingham NEC today by Reform. Just huge crowds. In fact, Harry Cole there describing it as the biggest rally of the election campaign overall by a long stretch. A truly extraordinary event today.
So we will again renew our campaign with added vigour to say that the state broadcaster has abused its position of power, and we will campaign as the leading opposition voice in this, not just in Parliament but in the country too. We will campaign for the abolition of the BBC licence fee.
And that coincides with polling, recent polling over the course of this weekend, that shows that the Reform support has held up in a very big way indeed. You've got Opinion actually showing in this last Sunday before election day, Reform up 1 on 17%, just behind the Conservatives on 20 and Labour on 40. Techni having Reform just 2 points behind the Conservatives, and Redfield and Wilton having Reform just 1 point behind the Conservatives. So Reform support having held up massively during the course of this campaign. We've just seen this support and momentum explode. Let me know what you make of all that in the comments below, guys. And do let me know, please. I want to hear from you in the comments below. Who are you currently intending to vote for? Who has your support as this election approaches?